Ian was due to have a heart procedure almost 2 weeks ago, but then he tested COVID positive.
Still got a pulse.
Finally negative again, he's hoping his op will go ahead in the next few days.
I went from like on a ward into a side ward straight away. You know, you can get it anywhere, can't you? So you can't fault, you know, what they have done. They've really looked after me.
Today, 117 of the Royal Bolton's 600 beds have a patient with COVID. Most, like Ian, actually admitted for something else, but it's still a strain.
Yes, that's a challenge. We do need the beds. We try our best to isolate where we can with the patients using side wards, on COVID wards, in bays, just to keep everyone safe. But with the heat, with the challenge with the heat wave, that will put additional pressure on the system.
Hi, Paul. You're right. Okay, so how was it?
To prevent bowel cancer developing, Paul has just had a large polyp removed. At Bolton, the wait for this kind of procedure is well within the national target.
I thought I might have had to wait longer than I did, so I was quite surprised when I got my appointment, being like 6 weeks after the time before.
Expanding Bolton's endoscopy unit and buying new equipment is what has brought the waiting time down. But tackling the NHS backlog also requires trained staff, and they're harder to find.
You can't train the endoscopy nurses to do these procedures in a short space of time. And even if you do appoint more endoscopy nursing staff here, you're really just pinching them from other areas that end up short-staffed. Workforce is the big thing, not space and structure, and probably not kit.
By early afternoon, as ambulances queued outside A&E waiting to unload, inside 101 people waited to be seen. But if you think that's a lot, on Monday the department dealt with 460 people. Despite the pressure, this trust has been working hard to prevent ambulances getting held up here.
We've been working on improving our time to offload ambulances and have been making considerable improvement over recent weeks.
But you offloading quickly means more pressure on your A&E.
It is, but then puts pressure on the system. Our priority is to offload as ambulances, get ambulances back out, but to do it in a safe way within our A&E department. The one thing around NHS and care staff is that resilience and that ability to get out of bed in the morning and know you're going to make a difference to people. But that doesn't mean that at the end of the day you don't think, wow, this has been a real challenging day.
The government says it's preparing for a surge in demand on the NHS as the heatwave intensifies. Add that to the record demand for ambulances and emergency care and the still rising number of patients with COVID, and many more of those challenging days lie ahead. Catherine Jones, 5 News, Bolton.